What's up, guys? We're back. We're going to do some more Voyage farming. I almost have my Forbidden Flame and Flesh jewels. I did a podcast with Subtractum earlier. I'm going to be releasing these podcasts probably weekly from here on out. I'm hoping that's how it goes, but we'll start doing a release cadence probably start doing them on Friday. So I'm going to release the Garatha episode tomorrow, and then I'll release the Subtractum episode the following Friday. Hopefully by then I will have I'll have some more recorded by then, so that way I can start releasing them every week. Kind of gave me a little bit of a buffer. All right, let's do some more of this Voyage farming, dude. We need to get our jewels, man. I love this fucking build, dude. I love this build so much. I can't wait to get it all squared away with my my golems. All right, let's try to re-roll once. Do we get the divine? Altars of the Goddess, Regal Orbs. Okay, let's try one more time. Nope. Treasure anchors. All right, let's get this shit. Oh, wait. No. Wait, we have loot still. Oh, shit, dude. I almost forgot all this stuff. Wow. Okay. Wait, what the fuck? There is no way. I don't think so. We'll try to sell it for that. I doubt it. Let's put it up for 5 and see if it even goes. It's definitely not worth 15. I have gotten some really good corrupted uniques out of here, though. I've gotten a couple of good gems, jewels that have sold. One for 15 divine. Not bad. So I love these Lost Ruin charts, man. They're so solid. All right, let's see what we got for stack decks. Anything? Oh, look at that. We got 7 years bad luck, baby. Look at that. Fuck yeah, dude. There we go. All right. I'll take it. Wait, what the fuck? Did it just eat all my charts? What? Fucking kidding me, right? Dude, that is crazy. Holy shit. It just said you don't want to go in. I said no, and then it just ate my charts. What the fuck? Oh, well, whatever, dude. We'll just go run more charts. We're going to have to run them anyway, I guess. That's fucking crazy that that happened. All right. Let's trade this in. Let's get chaos for it instead. There we go. That's crazy. I can't believe that even happened right now. That's fucking nuts. Oh well. These Lost Ruin charts are actually pretty cheap compared to what they drop. We need these. Wait. Yeah, we need these. No. Has he got any more? Nope. I forgot to go check my King's March too. I didn't even check. I hope that wasn't 5 divine. I hope it's not one of those pricks. You gotta be real careful buying these charts, dude. People are fucking scandalous. Scandalous, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy how fucking scandalous these people are. Let's go check to see what's up. Did we get anything? Oh, they didn't even complete most of them. That sucks. I'm still on the fence on whether or not this is even worth doing. Like, we get fragments out of this, but I mean, I don't know. Get some disenchanting stuff, I guess. Yeah, see, we got a decaying fragment. That's all right. Haven't seen any divines come from this yet. This might actually be worth something. Yep. All right. Do we have anything down here? And we don't have anything down there. Whoops. All right, we should be good. We should be good with these charts. I think. How many do we have? We need one more Lost Ruins chart. All right. Dude, what am I even doing right now? What the fuck? Dude. I swear to God, dude, at this time of the night, I just start zoning out on shit. Dude, why won't this let me, I can't believe it ate an entire Voyage worth of charts. It's so crazy. Dude, these jewels are a straight come up, man. You can make like 20 divine an hour just off these jewels. All the corrupted blood can't be inflicted. Ooh, curtain call with energy shield, maybe? Damn it. They make those buttons so small. More abyss scarabs. Drop, sucker, drop. Nope. Nope. That's mirrored. Hey, what's up, man? Reverse elusive effect. Rune graph feels amazing with withering step. Oh, okay. I have not checked that out yet. I'll have to check it out. I am going to send all my mappers to go run these 8 mod T16s I keep finding. Dude, I've been getting some busted fucking unique items, dude, with implicits out of these chests. It's been really good currency out of these Lost Ruin chests, dude. Oh, I forgot to turn up the volume on the game. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Almost didn't matter there. There we go. Nice. All right. Yeah, dude, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I feel like they really boned us in Heist this league, dude. I don't know. I'm gonna go back to it, obviously, like we always do, but fuck, dude, like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like I can sustain my profit anymore. Like before, I would at least make money off the tempering and tailoring orbs, but it's like now, I don't know, dude. It feels really slow. Maybe I was just having really bad luck. But I really like this mechanic. I know a lot of people hate it. I really like it. Yeah, that's what I was doing before. I was doing the just self-farming the blueprints, and then just like self-farming the full revealed ones, and then I would just run the single wing ones. And that was working for me. I wasn't running the expensive one though. Yeah, I like this mechanic a lot. Damn, these mappers can actually complete these nightmare maps actually at a high percentage rate. I'm surprised. They do better on these nightmare maps than they do on just the originator maps, which is pretty crazy. I'll be right back. Hold on. $70 divine and 400 wings. Damn. All right. See, that's what I was saying, man. Like, it really seems like it's not as good as it was before. Not in the last 2 leagues, at least. This mechanic is so profitable that I'm having a hard time pulling away from it. Like the other night on stream, we were making a lot, dude. My wealthy exile said I was making 41 divines an hour when we were streaming. Now, obviously, like, I'm not gonna... I mean, if I really wanted to liquidate all my scarabs and stuff, I probably have somewhere around 170. We could probably go buy those jewels right now if I really wanted to sit there and liquidate everything. But see, there you go. There's another 120 chaos right there. Yeah, the ocean's printing like a motherfucker. And the cool thing about this is, dude, is you don't need any kind of strategy. Like, you don't have to juice it at all. You just put the charts in. I have, like, kind of like a little bit of a strategy. I just run the Lost Ruins. I run 3 of them in every voyage. And it seems to be doing pretty well. And then I just have my King's March mappers mapping for me. But I'm not even sure if that's even worth it, really. They never really seem to return anything very good. Oh, you son of a bitch! I would have been pissed if I had gotten like a House of Mirrors or something. I would have been so mad. I flew too close to the sun. Yeah. That's true. Because you got to imagine, right? If you have like full mappers running all the time, just anything, you have a way better chance of finding like a mirror, a mage blood. I can't believe that we found a fucking headhunter, dude, in Heist. That was so crazy. See, I'm gonna run these T16 maps I keep getting. I'm gonna keep putting them in the mappers. Because the gold's free right now, basically. Like, we're basically running King's March for free. Do we have them all in here yet? Okay, we do. The AoE threshold. I don't know what the AoE threshold is, but the curse threshold is you want the amount of curses you're applying to be one more than your curse limit. And it'll apply the 3 curses, wipe them off, and apply a pending doom. Or yeah, and then proc a impending doom. But the AoE is more for just clear. Like you're not going to get them to overlap unless you spec like really heavy into AoE. It's more of a cast speed and cooldown breakpoint that you need for this. And you need about 57% cooldown to make it feel really good, to where you can just spam it. I'll show you what my AoE is right now, though, if you want to see it. Hold up. I do have a little bit of area of effect in here, but it's not what I'm relying on to do damage. I wasn't like trying to put any in there to make it do more damage. So right now mine is at 1.91. I have the 50% increase from the flame golem. I have these AoE right here from the unnatural instinct, and then I have the AoE from my wand. And right now it feels really good. Yeah, dude, I mean it works. This is an all-around type build, dude. Like you can do everything with this build. You can boss with it. I mean, it gets up there, it hits dot cap pretty quickly. Once you get a Shaco on there, it really starts to take off when you get that level 35 Impending Doom on there. You get a huge damage boost from that. It's a lot of flat damage added to the build. But the clear feels incredible on it. But do you see how my AoE is not overlapping? Like it overlaps, obviously I cast like twice, right? Like it's overlapping a little bit. If you see, there's like a small gap in there. So they're not hitting at the same time. Yeah, Shaco is way better, dude. Because you get the level 35, Impending Doom on it. And it's still on a 5 link. Like you're not, and if you really wanted to spend the coin for it, you could get a supporting, you could get something that supports Impending Doom as well. But yeah, you definitely want a Shaco. Right now, I think they're going for like 40 divines, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Picked the wrong one. Okay, yeah, so if you got one with like, yeah, like 50, this one's going for like 50, 70, 80. Yeah, that would be sick. I didn't even think about that. That's a really good idea. Holy shit. Did not even think about that. I could still use it right now, right? Couldn't I? Yeah, if you want fast, Pathfinder is going to be your choice, dude. Pathfinder, you get all the flask effect on there and shit. It's going to be a lot faster than the Occultist. But if you get enough cast speed, you can put Frostblink of Wintry Blast in there, and you're going to fly around pretty quick. Like, I'm not slow on mapping at all. Like, I can move pretty quick. I just try not to Frostblink in here because sometimes it doesn't recognize that I Frostblinked into the area, and it won't put down a lantern. I could use that ring right now. Hey, is that a... Oh shit, look at that. Another divine. Out of the box. Is that ring a rare mod, or is that a unique ring? The new ring? I can't remember. It's a unique pearl. Okay, pearl of Sosa. Okay. I'll look it up right now. Because that might be a sick addition to the build. Because we could take off one of these... Well, I'd have to POB it out, actually. But I'm pretty sure 2 more supports would be better than the extra poison. Especially since the extra poison is just conditional anyway. I am going to lose dexterity if I do that, though. Let's see. Could do Swift Affliction. Let's see. Skills granted by your boots. Or wait, no, not skills. Skills socketed into your helmet are supported by... Let's see. Yeah. Yep. I'm trying to think of which one I should go for. I was thinking Swift Affliction. We already have Deadly Ailments in there. Swift Affliction might be really good. Let me see on POB what would make my damage the most for supports. Hold up. Okay, so yeah, Swift Affliction would be next, and Efficacy. Efficacy and Swift Affliction. But it doesn't look like Let's see, what am I going to lose if I take one of my betrayal stings off? Yeah, see, I don't know. I'd be losing a lot of DPS if I take off one of my betrayal stings. And then on top of that, I wouldn't be able to get the mana res efficiency for discipline either. Unfortunately, I don't think I'd be able to do it. It doesn't look like it would be worth it. Not from like a numbers perspective on POV. Maybe we could test it out or something, but we'd have to build. We would have to like rebuild. We'd have to rebuild this entire build around it. Because right now, the only reason I'm able to even fit my auras in is because I have these corrupted implicits on the betrayal stings. I have 228 res efficiency for discipline, so that's the only reason I'm even able to use this. I mean, I guess I could take discipline off. I'd have a little bit less energy shield, but it looks like we'd lose a lot of damage. Unless I could get one with a corrupted implicit for discipline. That is also another option. But those rings look like they're quite expensive. Doesn't look like I'll be gambling for an implicit on it anytime soon. Oh, that's why this bastard got me on a level 70 chart, son of a bitch. Got my ass. Dude, the people in the market are so fucking scandalous, dude. It's crazy how scandalous they are. Oh, we did get a message in a bottle. Let's see if it gives us anything. Is there any way to get rid of a chart in here or no? I don't think there is. I got 20 stacked decks out of it. Hey, what up, Hyper? How you doing, man? Oh, you can discard them. Okay, click outside of this. Okay, I didn't know that. Thank you, sir. I think I'm going to set my King's March. Before we go on this next voyage, I think we're going to... I think we're going to go set our King's Marchers up. Okay. Dude, so far, dude, I keep getting such good divination cards out of here. Now that I said that, I'm not going to get shit, but it's been pretty good. Let's see. All right. I've gotten 7 years bad luck. I got the Heinekor's Lock card. I got the one that gives a House of Mirror card. I've gotten that one a couple times. It's been really, really good for divination card farming. All right, let's see where we at. All right, I think I'm just going to start throwing these corrupted ones in here. I have enough of them, I'm pretty sure. Oops, leave that one out. Oops, leave that one out. Yeah, buddy, we got a lot of these maps. See, I was thinking, my original thinking was to make them run nightmare maps because you get fragments, but they fail like 50% of them. The math just doesn't work out. It just doesn't make it worth it to keep spending 35 divine or 35 chaos on a nightmare map. It's just not worth it. I'll just craft a bunch. What's up, brother? How you doing? I just did a podcast with Subtractum earlier. It was a really good podcast, and I'm gonna release the one with Garatha tomorrow morning. So we're gonna start getting podcasts every Friday if everything works out good. Because now I have a backlog of podcasts recorded, so I'm gonna start releasing them every week, I think. The one with Garatha, I didn't do too good asking questions because I don't know, dude. I just don't feel like I did a good job on it, but he was great. But the Subtractum one I did a lot better at. This is a difficult game, dude, to like really hone down, especially with something as complex as creating builds. It's difficult to ask the right questions to like translate the person's knowledge to, especially to like a newer player base. Or just people who are newer to build making in general. It's by far the most challenging thing that I've had to do with content creation. Well, because you gotta imagine, right? Like, imagine you're trying to ask somebody who has like infinite knowledge about the game, and you're trying to ask them like, how do you put together builds? They're gonna tell you a myriad of different answers, right? They're gonna say like, okay, well, I look for like a specific interaction, or I look for like a skill. Then you can ask them, okay, well, what is it about the gem that makes it to where you want to pick that? And the answer is always going to be, it depends, no matter what. So even when, like, no matter how hyper specific you try to get, the answer is usually, it depends. So that's the problem, because it does depend. It depends on a lot of shit. What type of damage is it? What type of attack is it? Are you going crit? Are you going not crit? Like, there's just so many different things that apply to like why you would pick a skill and how you would build around it, that it's almost impossible to cover in an hour podcast. So I try to approach it from like a general perspective, but that's almost impossible to do too. So it's like, it's very difficult to figure out what's the right question to ask. Yeah, I might. What I'm going to start doing, I think, is I'm probably going to go back to just covering people's very specific builds. I think that was a lot easier. So, like, when they make a build for the league, if they put out a video, we could walk through the POB and kind of what their thought process was behind making it. I still want to do one where I actually make a build live. I just need to find the right guest who's willing to do that with me. So you could actually see how they think about POBing out something. Yeah, it's probably better to do that, just covering, going through their builds. Because originally what I tried doing was I tried going very general, like my first episode with Captain Lance. I feel like I left so much on the table after that episode because we really just covered very general stuff. But it was still a great episode. I mean, people really liked it. And plus, I don't mind talking and just having general conversation, too. You know, it doesn't always have to be about builds. We could just talk about the game in general, too. That's okay. But the main point of the podcast is really just to get their perspective on build creation. Yeah, well, Subtractum had really good answers, dude, for those very general questions. He had great answers for it. So it really just depends on who you're interviewing too, I guess. Like, one of my favorite people to interview is Dreamcore, because all you have to do is just ask him like one thing and he'll just go, dude. Like, you have to put in no effort to carry the conversation, which is awesome. I love interviewing people like that because it makes my job a lot easier. Because I can just ask a very basic question and it goes off on this long-ass tangent, which is awesome. Cover a lot of ground that way with very minimal effort on my part. Connor's the same way. There's been a bunch of people. Pox was like that. When Pox was on, you ask that dude anything about Righteous Fire, he knows every single inch of that build inside and out, dude. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, he's great, dude. He was super nice guy, too. I was very, very happy to have him on. I should probably ask him if he'll come on again. Yeah. Dude, if you guys haven't checked out, have you guys seen Subtractum's new website that he's making? It's called Solved Exile, I think. Hold on, let me see it real quick. Let me see if I pull it up. Yeah, it's called Solved Exile. Check this shit out, guys. This shit's pretty cool. It's in open alpha right now. But the whole point of this is, we were just talking about this. He said it's okay to talk about it. It's very, very cool, dude. This will make it to where you can put your build in here and you can find items for damage, for defense, and it'll give you like the ratio of like what you're trading off. At least that's as far as I understand it. I haven't really like messed with it so much, but this is an amazing alternative, dude, to Path of Building if you haven't checked it out yet. I haven't played with it too much, but we were checking it out when he was on the podcast. It was pretty cool. Yeah, it's like Path of Building. It's just better. It's just more in depth, and it's got like an easier search function of like where you can find upgrades and what you can upgrade with. Well, that is the main advantage. So like it will list out like what your upgrades could be. In Path of Building, it does that kind of, but it's a little bit clunky. Yeah, it's basically just ease of use, basically. It does have more functionality than Path of Building, and he explained it to me, but I'm fucking terrible at remembering shit like that. And it does a lot more than just that. It will eventually I'm guessing probably be the go-to for everybody once it gets fully completed. Yeah, I promise that wasn't just a ploy to get you to watch the podcast. I really can't remember exactly everything he said because we talked about it for like a half an hour, dude. It was a lot. Imagine I'm just like, yeah, dude, I can't remember. Go watch the podcast. Yeah, shameless self-plug. Yep, that's how I roll, baby. That's it. Oh shit, we're full up already, huh? We definitely need a move all button for these fucking scarabs and shit. Yeah, I'm gonna do a luminary build next. Yeah, it only has a web version right now. And I think it's all gonna be web. So that way you can always use it no matter where you are. Pretty sure. Don't quote me, I don't want to speak out of pocket, but I'm pretty sure that's what he said. That was the whole point. So like if you're at work, yeah, because he said like if you're at work, you go take a shit while you're at work or something, you're on the toilet, you can just sit there and browse your build, never leave, get fired because you're in the bathroom for 4 hours a day. That kind of thing. That I'm not sure, buddy. I don't know. You're gonna have to mess around with it and find out. I didn't really. I was super busy today. Well, that was the point. He said it's extremely fast at doing calculations, and he's working on expanding the capabilities of that right now. He said right now it's like his full-time gig, dude. So he's really, really working on it. He's got like full-time dedication to it right now, which is awesome. That means it'll probably progress very rapidly, I'm assuming. That dude's fucking really smart. Path of bathroom break? Yeah, pretty much. Dude, yeah, he would love that, I'm sure, dude. I'm sure he has like a Patreon and shit you could hit up. It's probably, if you look at his YouTube, he might have a link to something like that. Or are you talking about like helping from a coding perspective? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, ask him, dude, I'm sure. I would just reach out to him on Discord, man. He's super friendly. Very friendly guy. It's funny, dude, because I hit him up when I first started the podcast, and then right after I started the podcast, he took a break from PoE. So I've basically been waiting to get that dude on the pod for like a year. It's pretty funny. Him and Garatha both, actually, and I interviewed them both in the same week, which is hilarious. Hey, what's up, Darren? Oh shit! I forgot to reset. Yeah, I got the Mage Blood. I got the Mage Blood, and as soon as I got that, I leveled up this Impending Doom character, and I basically have just been dumping massive investment into this. I fossil crafted this wand on a fractured base. I bought my boots, which were like 15 divines. Chest was like 10 divines. And then we have a good amount of investment in this. The last thing that I really need on this is going to be, dude, where's my boat? Oh, you can't interact with it unless you're in Lantern Light. Okay, interesting. Oh, for sure, brother. Yeah, I got another one coming out tomorrow. So, yeah, I got one coming out. I'm gonna start releasing them on Fridays. Fridays will be the release date. Thanks for support, man. Appreciate it. Every view counts. It really does. This YouTube game is fucking weird, dude. It's a weird game. I'll have some videos, dude, that are just like climbing, and then off. Falls off a cliff. No rhyme or reason for any of it. Some videos do 5,000 views, some do 300 views. Even though it's like the same exact content, pretty much. Same kind of titles, thumbnails. None of it makes sense. I just keep posting. Alright, what do we get? Nope. Alright, let's see if we got anything out of these. Yeah, brother. Guys, falling too. I'm telling you, brother. The ocean is where it's at, man. I'm telling you. This Fallen was like one of the cheapest items. Actually, no, I take that back. It was 40 divines for this Fallen. But look, you get jewels like this in here. I wonder what do you think this is worth? Let's see. This is for sure worth, I would say this is probably worth like 10 divine. This jewel right here. This one's not worth shit. Well, damage with poison. Yeah, penetrates cold res. Let's see. Look at this one. Dude, some of these things are worth a fuck ton of money, dude. No, this one's probably not going to be worth anything, to be honest with you. But let me show you, dude. Just to show you what I got earlier out of here. Check out this jewel. And this kind of shit drops pretty often, dude. Well, not super often, but often enough. This right here, 15 divines. Dude, this shit just sells, bro. All this shit you get out of the ocean. Out of those Vol Temple chests. Yeah. I bet this one's going to be another one that sells for like 10. Watch. Let's put it in. Just put it in for 10. See if it goes. Double stats, max life. It's got low max life on it, but we'll see. Corrupted blood and cannot be maimed. It might be worth even more. I don't know. Looks like something good for a stat stacker, though. These aren't worth shit. We could sell these off. Two-handed melee and This might, I'll put these in for like a divine. If you're not sure about these corrupted jewels, if you just list them for a divine, they might sell, they might not. Some do. These didn't, obviously, but we could lower the price on these. Just put them down to like 100 chaos. They might sell. But that, you get that. So this is what's so good about the ocean, dude, is you get that. You get the corrupted jewels. You get the corrupted implicit uniques, which do sell a lot also. And then on top of that, you get divination cards. And you get a ton of gold. So it's like a one-stop shop. And all you really have to do is just set up charts. That's it. That's the only annoying part of it. You have to chart around real quick. But yeah, these Lost Ruin ones are the way to go, dude. Yeah, the gameplay sucks, dude. It's not the best. But it prints fucking money, dude. And that's all I'm really concerned about right now. I don't mind charting around real quick. It's annoying, but the voyages are fun. It takes about 5 minutes to run 9 of them. Boss rushing, okay. What have you been boss rushing? What bosses are Abomination? Oh, Abomination, I remember that. Okay. You just selling fragments? Yeah. Those are those the cosmic fragments or no? I think the cosmic ones are the ones that are selling for the most, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Devouring fragments, right? I haven't gotten the divine border yet, Darren. But I'm okay for reality. Yeah, I'm not really caring though about the divine border. I try to re-roll once, and if I don't get it, yeah, it's not really that big of a deal, dude. I'm not too concerned about it. I just chart them out and run them, dude, and I'm making a killing on this. I found so many good divination cards in here too, dude. This is like the best league I've ever had for divination card farming. Wait, why are these? Why is he selling these for 20? What? Like the implicit rolls on these, or the explicit modifiers on these charts, like literally don't even matter. Like I don't even bother adding mods. I don't re-roll them. I don't do any of that shit. Just run them, dude. All right, that's enough for 2 voyages right there. Let's try to find some elbows. Here's one elbow. Oh, that's diving shoals. Wait, oops. Yeah, let's do that. And I like it. It's easy too to buy these because people just set up shops like this. You just go in and pick the shapes out that you want. Now, as far as I can tell, there's no difference except for the floor shape, I think, on the type of chart that it is. Yep. That's the progression. That's how we do it. I love this part of the league, dude, where like you have enough currency to, like, you put together like a decent build and you're just like farming for more currency. I love this part of the leagues. Then I get to experiment with shit. Like, I really can't wait to make a luminary, dude. I'm very excited for that. We'll probably end up going back over to PoE 2 as well. Oh, this son of a bitch. Let's see. This guy's got all sorts of different prices for everything in here. 77 chaos. What a son of a bitch. Yeah. I want to make my own thing. Um, Obviously, like, there's only one way to build an impending doom character, as far as I know. There might be other ways to do it, but I'm pretty sure that this is like one of the tried and true ways. But I really want to make another one of my own builds. I just did this because I know it's a solid mapper and I played it before. And I know how it's built already, so I was able just to assemble it. But I want to, like, create my own thing. We did 3 good builds last league, so I want to do at least a couple this league. A couple more of my own. I might try to make the seismic trap build again work. Damn it, this son of a bitch sniped me. Where's our elbows at? Oh, you've only... Okay. Well, dude, I mean, you're... What league did you start in? I don't think you're too new, dude. I think... See, that's the trap that I fell into, too. I don't think you're too new at all. Do you want to know what I learned? You want to know what I learned that really helped me put together my own builds? Is learn this, dude. Learn this tab. Pick any build that you play. Go to this tab and select the main damage dealer that you have in the build. So obviously for this, I'm picking Doom Blast, right? This is going to... Okay. I started in 3.22. So I'm like right behind you. But look, I'm going to put you up on some game right now, dude. Like, go to your calculations tab and study this for any build that you're playing. And this is going to tell you how the build is assembled. If you learn this tab, you can put together builds 100%. This looks like a lot of information, but it's really not. It's very, very simple. You have your damage right here, your attack rate right here, any kind of crit, leech, any others, any like etc. stuff like cooldown, AoEs right here. And it'll tell you where the source of for everything is in that build. And then what you can do is like deconstruct it, right? So you can go in here and be like, okay, what happens if I take off this ring? How much damage do I lose? So obviously I lost like 2 million DPS. You come over here and you can kind of compare, and you can also add stuff to the configuration. You can add custom modifiers into POB. So you'd be like, what would happen if I had 20% more damage? You know, I could put in 20% more spell damage. And then it'll show you what would happen to your build as far as damage goes. And then you just try to find a source of that on an item. That's what helped me do it. Once I figured that calculation tab out and like how to read it, I was able to put together my own build. Because after that, it's just a matter of really like finding a skill to build around. And you can also like experiment in there and see how easy a skill is to scale as well. So if you like see a skill that you like, you can put it into POB, and you can kind of like tinker around with the numbers in that calculation tab. It kind of walks you through how to scale it. Yeah, well, that's the thing with this game, dude. Is like, so, like, let's say you wanted a power charge stack, right? There's only one way to really do that. I mean, there's a couple ways you can do it, right? But like, there's like a tried and true, like, power charge stacking frame, which is Ralakesh, Badge of the Brotherhood, and then like Ralakesh, Badge of the Brotherhood, and then anything else with like a downside. Like if you look at my Ice Spear of Splitting Miner, watch, I'll show you. So learn things like this. Like you have Malachi's Loop, which has a downside of lose all power charges, right? Once you reach maximum power charges, but it gives you +2 power charges. Ralakesh Boots, you always count as having the maximum number of power charges no matter what. So there, it completely mitigates that downside. So if you find a really good unique with like a bad downside in the game, look for something that mitigates the downside on another unique, because usually there is something out there that'll do that. That's a big part of it too. But like if you wanted a power charge stack, this is like the perfect setup for that. You take this out because unless you're doing cold damage with spells, if you are doing cold damage with spells, you can literally take any cold spell and socket it into Ice Spear of Splitting, and it'll be pretty much the same, you know? So you just learn like the setups like that, because a lot of those apply to multiple different builds. Subtractum was talking about that during the pod. I want you guys to hear this podcast. It was actually really good. Yeah, that's another thing he said, and that's what Connor said too, man. Connor was talking about like this game having pillars, and how every single league you should just learn like one pillar, and eventually you'll have enough for a foundation. I thought that was a really brilliant way to like analogize it. Yeah. Well, when you're playing another build though, and this is what I didn't do, is learn why the build functions the way it does. Like I was just trying to follow 1-to-1 for a long time and not really understanding why the build was acting the way it was. Like why was it doing so much damage? That'll really accelerate your process when it comes to putting together your own shit. That's why that calculations tab is like invaluable. And then once you figure out the damage part of it, dude, then you just well, that's the thing, is nobody's really coming up with an original interaction. All of these builds that are out there right now are iterated on and iterated on and iterated on. Like none of them are really original. Like if you're trying to discover your own interaction, it's probably not going to happen, because you have people that play this game for a living. So they're probably going to discover it before you. So just kind of like pick a skill that you want, that you like to play, that you think is really cool, and just throw it in POB, dude, and try to fuck around with it. Try to see how high you can get the damage, and then you can go over to Subtractum's site and import that build over there, and that will tell you what you can add to the build to make it better. That's what that site's made for. And then the defenses are just like, depending on where you start on the tree, the damage is more intuitive, I think, than the defenses. The defenses are super layered, but it also depends on where you start on the tree. It's going to determine whether you go block and armor, or evasion, energy shield, or just ES. But as long as you have like max resistance, some sort of damage avoidance, like damage mitigation and recovery, you'll be, and yeah, max resistances, you'll be fine. Yeah, he's fucking smart, dude. He's very, very smart when it comes to how to find interactions in this game. I want to get him on the podcast really bad. I've reached out to him, but I haven't heard anything back. That's true. That is true. Yeah, right now my if I take the Swollen off, my EHP drops quite a bit. Having that lucky block is like, it's great. I wanted to make a Phantasm build. Like just a Phantasm build. Because they have what's the unique that gives Phantasmal Might? That gives a huge buff to spell damage if you can keep 100% uptime on your Phantasms. I wanted to do it with Blade Vortex, but I couldn't get it to work. Black Cane, yeah, there you go. That's the one. Yeah, that's right, huh? I forgot about that. That's why I had originally thought of that again, because I was trying to make that build work before, but now the Luminary or the Reliquarian has it. Probably just do that. Be able to get plus spell levels instead. The build might actually work now with the Reliquarian. Maybe I should revisit it. I still have the POB. It just wasn't strong enough. It would have been a decent build, it just didn't have enough damage. That's why I always save my failed POBs. I always save them because you never know what's going to come out that'll make the build work. Alright, brother, for sure. How do I get summon golem spell? You could get it from the vendor. Summon stone golem you get from the vendor in Act 4. Well, all the golems you get in Act 4. It also, I think, depends on what class you're playing until you get to Act 6. I think all classes get the golems, though, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, for sure, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll have it out by tomorrow morning. I appreciate it, dude. Oh shit, no, come back. I always forget. No, 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 don't die. Damn, that's sketchy. I always forget I'm not running a Voyage. Alright, we only got a few more of these and we'll be able to do a couple more Voyages. Yeah, it's a confusing game for sure. But once you get to Act 4, you're going to do a quest, and then once you talk to the person turning the quest at the top of the stairs, you'll be able to get the golem, the summon golem. You can choose. There's multiple different ones. There's flame, there's ice, there's stone, there's carrion. There's a bunch of different golems that all give you different buffs. Chaos golem. You think so? I'd be willing to bet. I bet you're right. Another message. Message. Yeah. A flame going back. Yeah, it seems to be the meta everybody goes for now is just golem stacking. It works really well though, man. That's why that Liege of the Primordial, that's why the last piece of this build is so damn expensive, is because that Liege of the Primordial, Forbidden Flame and Flesh. It's like 175 divine. It's almost as much as the Mage Blood was. I'm almost there though, I almost got it. A few more voyages, we'll be right there. Maybe we get lucky and get a big drop out of the... Oh, you're playing Marauder. Okay, nice. Ah, we were wrong. want to make an incinerate a venting build. Damn, dude, I always have so many builds I want to try to make. That's why I like this game so much, dude. It's just like an infinite sandbox of shit you can try out. Ah, yeah, I thought this was going to be another 2120 gem. Oh, damn, we're out of fucking space. Out of space. Yeah, dude, trust me, I know. Fuck. I need another 100 days, dude. Another 100 days of this league would be nice. Before I gotta switch over and start playing something else. Gotta stay with the times, man, because there's gonna be a brand new PoE 2 league coming out soon. Brand new economy reset. I'm really bummed out, dude. I would really like to play Grim Dawn more, dude, but they keep just... This release cadence is going to make it to where PoE is like the only thing I'm going to be playing. Because they keep coming out with new Path of Exile content. I'm obviously going to play that. I wish they would slow down a second so I could play some Grim Dawn. Maybe I'll just play Grim Dawn in my off time. Yeah, Path of Exile 2 is going to be free when it releases. It's going to probably release at the end of the year, I'm assuming. I'm sure they're going to announce 1.0 at ExileCon, and then we'll probably get a full release date. Oh, I know, right? Yep. Yeah, I completely forgot about it, to be honest with you. I just like Impending Doom, dude. That's why I built it. I wasn't even really planning on doing Voyages with it. I leveled my Pathfinder with it, and I forgot how much I liked playing it. And I was like, damn, dude, I gotta make one. All right, man, for sure. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. See, how much sulfur do we have now? Okay, we saw like... We almost have 10 divine and sulfur again, dude. That's crazy. Dude, you make so much just from the sulfur. Every single one of these, I'm making like... I don't know, what is it? Like... Is it 20 chaos almost? Yeah, 20 chaos almost. I think it's 150 right now for 150 per chaos. Make 20 chaos orbs every single time I do one of these, pretty much. Maybe a little bit less on average, but... Because 3,000 sulfur is 20 chaos. So if you just sit here and spam these fucking charts, dude, I mean, you could make a good amount of divines per hour just by spamming these charts if you ran them quickly. I like opening up all the jewels, or the strong boxes, though. I can't believe people are still able to sell gold carries in this league, dude. That's so crazy. There's a gloom thing. Oh shit. Oh, I got really lucky there, dude. I thought that was going to be another one of those frost novas. I would have been fucked. Oh, that one's frost nova. Alright, that was it. Alright, cool. We got enough for a few now. A few voyages. Got some more maps for our mappers. Yeah, right. Alright. Can we get the divines? Golden lanterns, additional scarabs, okay. I wish it would just make these things auto-connect, and then you could just rotate them if you really need to, but it's really annoying how they don't auto-connect. Another divine. There we go, baby. Come on. We're starting to get like a decent amount of like these flat divine, just like basic divine drops on the ground too. They had to have buffed the loot, and I didn't even check the patch notes, but I'm pretty sure they buffed the ground loot in here. Now we get more lanterns. It's only going to give us like 3 lanterns though. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Oh shit! Damn, that hit me hard. What the fuck was that? Oh, here we go. Message. what's up here. Another ball chest. Dude, this place is just Scarab City, dude. It's so crazy. Look at this shit. Damn, no loot anywhere, huh? Let's see. Damn, we might have gotten robbed on this one. We're not getting that many strong boxes in here. Wait, what? My Atlas runner was kidnapped by bandits? It's on now. Trying to kidnap my fucking Atlas runners, dude. Show you what's up. I forgot that that could even happen. I forgot your peoples get kidnapped in King's March. Yeah, we didn't get that many strong boxes in this one. Jesus. We haven't even sent up one shipment yet. Almost full. Looks like we're gonna have to send this one up though. We need a transfer all button. Transfer all dredge loot over to the bathysphere. There we go. Yeah, we didn't get that much out of this one, but... Damn, we're almost level 96 too. Damn, I gotta get this. I gotta get this Forbidden Flame and Flesh. Yeah, I need this shit. There we go. Damn, that wasn't even that much sulfur either. What the fuck? Got robbed. Maybe. No. Maybe. I'm just gonna make a dump tab for all these corrupted jewels. Okay, so let's go check what the mappers have done. I think they've done a couple maps by now. Oh shit, we gotta rescue these motherfuckers, I forgot. Got him back, sucker. Give me my mappers back. Got a Valdo's box, nice. I'll take it. Oh, I gotta restart them or what? I like how they run every mechanic in the map. It's pretty cool. We go do a couple more voyages. Oh, let's go check Wealthy Exile and see where we're at. Let's see, what are we making right now? It says we're at 205. We could probably cash out and probably cash out a good amount of it and get these jewels now. Look at all these scarabs, dude. Damn. It's a lot of scarabs. Alright, I won't cash them all out right now. We'll run some more voyages. I'll cash them out while I'm off stream and get those jewels. That shit's gonna be really boring. Alright, here we go. Pantheon modifiers. There's 2 additional strong boxes. Yeah, they suck to liquidate, dude, but it is what it is. Gotta get paid somehow, dude. What else am I gonna do? It's like the main currency in here, though. I mean, it's literally how I bought all of everything I have. Scarabs. It's definitely not something I want to do on stream, is liquidate all those scarabs. I mean, that's super boring for you guys to watch. But I will do it while I'm working tomorrow. That's something I could just do while I'm on the phone. Oh, here we go. That might be worth something. I'm going at a snail's pace too, dude, and we're still clocking 20 divine an hour. It's not bad. More Management sign. Oh, look, another jewel sold for 10 divine. Look at that. Look at that. See, I knew that shit was worth. I knew it would sell. These corrupted jewels are fucking killing. They're killing, dude. Make a killing on these things. There we go. Send one up. I forgot to sell that Valdo's box. Oh, imagine. Imagine if I dropped a Mage Blood right there. That would have been hilarious. I have not gotten any jackpot drops from here yet, just a bunch of like incremental stuff, but it's still like very consistent. This is probably the most consistent League mechanic I've played for currency since Affliction League. Yeah, Angel, I guess. I don't know. Why? What's with the WNBA? To be honest with you, brother, the only sport I ever pay attention to is MMA. That's it. They're trying to let males play against females. What? Really? Well, maybe they need ticket sales, dude. I don't think they make as much in the WNBA. That would be one way to drive up ticket sales. Just let men play against the girls, boys against the girls. I don't know how good of a matchup it would be, but I don't know how well they do. All right, guys. That's it for me. I got to get this podcast edited and out and get ready for release tomorrow morning, so I'm going to hop off. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Oh, they're playing. Okay, I see what you're saying, Angel. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, guys. I'm out for the night. Peace.